what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm opening the Transformers Cyberverse, or Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures, whatever you want to call it. Dinobots Unite, Deluxe class Dinobot Slug, and that is a lot to say, but he seems like a pretty cool figure. This is a Deluxe class Dinobot, the second one to be released, which is also kind of funny because I'm just realizing that it's the same order and same exact characters as the Studio Series Leader Class line, except it seems like they're just gonna stop at Slug for whatever reason, even though we should have got a Swoop, because that would have been awesome. She is my favorite Dinobot of the crew, I gotta admit. Anyways, so yeah, this is a pretty nice Deluxe class figure. This is not a review, this is an opening video, I should make that clear, but he does look pretty cool from the artwork, and then on the side you can also see him right there. And then on the back you can see a little bit more of him, and he seems to have some sort of weird axe thing that seems to also combine with a double barrel gun. So yeah, this is a Deluxe class Slug, and yeah, he seems pretty cool, but you know, we can only say so much until we open it, so let's go ahead and open it. I believe he's the only new figure of his wave, and he was to come out pretty late. So this was kind of like a last hurrah of the Cyberverse Deluxe class figures. Pretty much Cyberverse in general, except for some figures that seem to be just early releases of other lines. I mean, that Optimus Prime that seems to be coming out is definitely for the Rise of the Beast and not actually Cyberverse. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at that. We've got some blast effects that look like cherries shooting out other cherries. We've got a gun thing, and then we've got a battle axe right there. Let's go ahead and see if we could just take out the gun. No, it doesn't seem like we can, so let's go ahead and snap that off. There we go. And then let's go ahead and see how we do with the axe, because that seems to be very tricky. Come on. I don't want to cut the blade accidentally, that'd be nice. Come on. This is really hard when they're right up against the cardboard. Ah, there we go, okay. And there is the axe, which, funny enough, when you turn this around, there's no blade on the front there, so I don't know if you could take that off. It doesn't feel like you could take it off. So, no, it doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe that was the original intent, but no, it's all one solid piece. And then we've got some blast effects. I could probably just... yeah, okay, there we go. And then we've got the actual figure himself, which we need to cut out. So there we go, there we go, there we go, and there we go. And, of course, hopefully, maybe, there we go. Okay. So now we gotta take him out. His legs swing right out, like so. And now you have this mode. Okay, and then the frill is supposed to come out, like so. And there he is. There's your Dinobot Slug in his robot mode. And he's a pretty... what am I saying? He's a pretty nice looking robot. The backpack doesn't really seem to want to rest, but I think that is mistransformed, if I'm not mistaken. These horns look like, yeah, they go out further, so that's cool. But it looks like there's a couple of hinges, so maybe that's supposed to go further back than that? There we go. Okay, well, I guess not. I'm not going to mess with that too much because I don't want to break it. So let's see what the instructions say. Maybe the instructions are like, yeah, you fold that back further. What are you doing? Nope, it doesn't seem to be the case, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'll look up some reviews and stuff. Looking further in the instructions. I don't know, it seems like it rests further back, but I've been wrong before. Because you got that little hinge right there. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. But when I fold that back, that seems to be correct. So... now we fold that back down, and then, yeah, okay, so there's a couple of tabs right there that goes in, and then that rests perfectly there. Alright, so now we've got him in his robot mode, and again, he looks pretty good. I think the shoulders can be raised a little bit higher. Yeah, that looks better. That looks good. For some reason, though, oh, okay, there is a lower arm joint. I was wondering why that looked warped, but no, that's actually supposed to look like that. Okay, so there he is. And we gotta take a look at his weapons and accessories because he's got accessories. So he's got this gun thing that you can plug onto the hand like so. And there is his blast effects that seem to be only usable for that figure. And then you can also plug that on top if you want, or just give him a nice tiny... It's not even an axe, it's more like a hatchet at this point. Now I'm happy that it's a hatchet. You know what? I want to give that to Slash. So, anyways, let's go ahead and transform the figure, shall we? Yes, let's do that. This is apparently going to be different than a lot of the other Dinobots, which is funny because he looks like Power of the Prime Slug, so they could have easily just ripped that off, but they decided not to. Okay, so the hands will swing outwards, which is pretty cool. That tucks away the porthole and brings out the claws, so that actually doesn't look too bad. And then the arms will rotate in this way. Very tight joints, so keep that in mind. These arms will rotate around like so, and then there seems to be a second joint right here that those will move out from. And I'm just going to leave that like so for now. Oh, no, it shows up that we actually fold that down all the way. I'm not sure if we're supposed to compress that in further, but it seems like it's supposed to be there. Okay, so now that we have this, it almost looks like... Okay, yeah, we bend this up. And I'm pretty sure we don't necessarily tab that in place, but there is a certain area where that just kind of goes in. And look at that transformation already. That looks really weird. Okay, so how do we figure more of this out? The chest cavity is supposed to swing up from the waist. So it seems like there's supposed to be a mid-joint that comes down and unlocks from here. But I can't really seem to get that to work. It seems like it comes down from here. Yep, it does. Okay, so that's a locking feature right there. So that just slides down. And then, let's see. So it does show this going up. And then this goes forward like that. Okay. And then I guess that will tab into place like so. You don't want to go further than that. I can see the tabs right there. Let's see. Okay, so now that we have this, we can bring this up like so. And we can bring out the mouth that's underneath there. And close that up. And we can flip the instructions completely around. This is a weird looking transformation. Why does Cyberverse Toys unexpectedly put so much effort in some of the figures? Alright, so this all will come down from this lower joint that we were talking about earlier. Very tight joint, by the way. And should close up the head like so. Alright, so now that we have that, the horns will come up and forward like so. And there's a stopping point for the horns. I'm very surprised with that. The frill goes up like that, and then, oh, it rotates around here. So that will rotate around like so. And then, let's see, that will all come down back into place. Make sure that that's down. And that closes up. And there he is. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue the transformation. The waist will rotate around. And then the feet will do something. The feet seem to completely rotate around. You kind of have to move the tail out of the way. Just because it doesn't really want to work like that. Is there another joint of the foot? Oh yeah, there is. Huh. Okay. So we could have just moved the foot out of the way. Let's see. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to swing these up. Seems like a better transformation than Rhinox, but pretty much doing the same thing. Okay, so this comes up, I think, like so. And then as you're bringing this up, I think I could figure out the rest. So this swings out. And then that swings out. Let's see, that swings out. And then we somehow bring these in to there, like so. And then that collapses like that. Do the same thing to the other side, like so. And this is probably the trickiest part, because certain things don't really want to stay out of the way of each other. And now that hip is tabbed into there, so just slide that in. And it wasn't supposed to, it just kind of locks in. And then let's see, this all should collapse into there like so. Tab that on the top like that. And then these little feetsies should come out. These little feetsies should come out. There's probably a better way to do that. I don't know. But I seem to pretty much got it in its alt mode, so that's good. And yeah, that is pretty much his alt form. He is a little Dinobot. He's a little dinosaur. And of course, you could take these blast effects and the gun, plug that onto the top there. It's a very nice tight a peg hole right there, which is good because that's between two different parts. And then you could take the axe and just plug that on top, and there you got the dinosaur mode. So he seems pretty nice, adorable. He can open his mouth and talk to you about how he likes, I don't know, sauce or something. What do dinosaurs talk about? Oh, okay, so that explains it. So what I was talking about earlier, apparently the axe slides in this way. Huh, okay, well that's different. So now you don't have the blade, you don't have to worry about that, and yeah, it just looks fine. It looks like it's supposed to tab further back, but maybe I'm wrong about that? Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong about these type of things. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting way to do it. You could almost have him have a butchered gun because someone decided to throw a hatchet at the weapon. I don't know. And that also leaves a peg on top, so you can plug stuff on there if you want, differently. Maybe one of the weaponizer figures. And yeah, he's pretty nice. Does don't want that happening. That's weird. Does the lower legs move at all? Yes, they do. There is a point where they kind of stop, especially moving forward, but moving back, yeah, they can move a little bit, not too much. But yeah, he's an adorable figure. I kind of want to get the Grimlock now. Anyways, with that said, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.